Hi everybody.
Mother देखना.
Hi everyone. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Great. Great. Guys, can you all keep good afternoon. Can you all keep yourself
International में
mute?
कोई है.
Can you all keep yourself in mute so that we know who is talking? Hi Shaurya. And it would be great if you guys all can switch on your video so that I get to see all of you. I'm so excited to meet all of you. Hi Jitin. Hi Shaurya. Hi Darshika. Hi Shri Amog. Hi Hemashni. Hi Aditya. Great. And if you guys can rename yourself to your own name so that it will be easy for me to call me by your names. Some people have user, some people have Galaxy. It's gonna be great.
Children rename fast.
Yeah.
Teacher
Yeah, if you know to rename, that's fine. If you're not able to rename, that's also fine. Because you're gonna be feeling bad if you're gonna call you Galaxy. For that purpose.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, please do not call me sir. Okay, please do not call me sir. I have a name. Okay. So you all can call me X-Men today.
Good morning. Good afternoon, X-Men.
Thank you, Aditya.
Sri Sanchit. Sri
Oh.
Sanchit, sir.
Okay, Sri Sanchit. Okay. Great. And I think we have few more people to join in as well. So we will quickly start once these people join. And I think in the meantime, I'll tell about myself because I think it's the first time you guys are also seeing me. So you shouldn't be scared of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would be nice to hear from you.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. So my name is Sudarshan and I run a company in India with my friends called Cambrionics. So we are basically genetic engineering graduates. So we completed genetic engineering and then we were working as PhD researchers. I was working in Germany for a year. And then after my journey in Germany, I came back to India and then we are teaching school kids biology using organisms which we use in labs. So you would have heard, right? People use mice and rat to do research. So we take those organisms to the school kids and we make the school kids learn biology using those live organisms. This is what we do. And thanks to COVID-19, which is a virus that brought all of us here together. I never expected that I would ever meet all of you, but thanks to the virus that brought us together. Great.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for the introduction.
Thanks, ma'am. Ma'am, is there a few more people to join?
Yeah, there are a few more. There are actually 28 students.
Okay, yeah, that's what okay, let a few more people join. I think in the meantime, shall we all play a game? Everyone's interested to play a game?
Yes.
Great. Thanks, Dikshika. Great. Okay. So okay, I have few rules before we start. Okay. First thing, keep yourself on mute so that everybody can get a chance to talk and we don't disturb each other. Okay. And let's try to use the chat box during whatever we are discussing. And then we can eventually unmute ourselves and discuss things. Okay. And do not hesitate to ask anything to me. And last rule is please do not call me sir. Okay. If anybody's going to call me sir, I'm going to turn off my camera. Okay. That's a deal. Great. And it would be great if you guys can also keep your cameras on so that I can see all your smiling faces. Okay, brilliant. The game is called Upcycle. Okay. So what we are going to do is everybody, you're going to hunt in your home for 3 things that is completely useless. Shall we all do it? I'll have a timer. Okay. You guys got only 2 minutes time. You guys got
Excuse
only.
me, sir.
Yes, Harshit.
Um, can you say it again? I just joined.
Yeah, obviously. We're just playing a game. The meanwhile, everybody is joining. Okay, the game is you guys got to collect 3 things which is completely useless. Useless in the sense that you're not going to use them anymore hereafter in your home. Okay, and you've got 3 minutes time. Okay, you can go hunt your home and just bring 3 things that you guys can. Okay, I'm switching on the timer. Great, run. Hi Dia, can you hear me? Hi ma'am, you can just let me know once everybody is in so that I can start,
Yeah, I'm
or
just
you can
checking
just
out.
also let me know once we can start.
Yeah, I think you can start. There are 26. 2. I
Excel,
don't
I
know.
have the answer. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I just have the answer. Can you say what?
Okay, guys, I can hear. Yeah.
I have done. I have bought.
Okay, Nidhi, great. We can just have those things, and we'll.
I also done.
Then I have
Great.
earphones which are not. I have also done.
Great.
This is Ishita.
I have also done.
Okay.
Not and fine which are not right. That are not
Okay, that's great.
that are
Okay,
spoiled and also not good cloth. It's a
okay,
full cloth.
that's great. That's great, all of you. I know all of you are super excited, but wait, let everybody come and then we can do. Okay. That's great. Once you guys have taken things, okay. What I want to do is I want you to type out the 3 things that you have taken in the chat box.
Hello, sir. My name is Vinay.
Sorry, your name is Vinay. Okay. Guys, it would be great if you all can mute yourselves so that each other can hear what everybody speaks. You guys can type out in the chat box what 3 things that you guys have taken so that everyone will know what it's about, and we'll quickly start the session in next 2 minutes, and I'll tell you what you guys have to do with these things. Nidhi says keychain, tin box, and rough knot. Great. I took a finished notebook. Great, Darshika.
What we have to do?
Nothing, Vijay. We're just playing a small game, and I think we'll start. I'll tell you what it is. You can just keep yourself on mute. An empty plastic bottle, empty glue container, a pen that has ran out of ink. Great. Akshilan, a cloth. Shriyamo Krishna, roller skate, tires, finished notebook. Great again. A broken scooter and an old rusty toy. Great. I love scooters. Egg box. Okay, great. I hope all of you have found something completely useless in your home. Okay. So a small task for you guys is after the session is this is called upcycle. Okay. Anybody hear of what upcycle is? No? Okay, great. I'll tell you what upcycle is. Hope you all would have hope you all have learned what recycling is, right? Reusing something again. Upcycling is basically recycling the old useless materials to your own everyday goodness. Okay. For example, say there are people who said you have a cloth or an empty plastic bottle. Okay. You can make an empty plastic bottle into a flower vase. You can grow plants in that empty flower vase. You can decorate that flower vase. So that is called upcycling basically. So anything on this earth can be upcycled, and that is up to your creativity. Okay. See, even I have a broken wheel from my chair. Okay. So I can upcycle it in any way. So what I can do is maybe I can put a small stick on top of this. Okay. And I can play it as a toy. I can just keep rolling it and I can just play it as a toy, or I can just lend it to my nearby child. Okay. So this is what is called upcycling is. And I would love everybody to try upcycling. It's going to be completely fun. You can decorate, you can do whatever you want to do with these
We
things.
have to make useless things useful, right?
Exactly. Useless things useful to you or to your home or to anybody else.
That means you can make the useless things into useful things.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to, I mean, that's again, it's going to be fun, you doing it yourself. So keep those things to yourself. At the end of the session, after the end of the session, you can try doing it, and please send ma'am or us pictures so that it would be great to see what you guys have all done. Okay, great job. Fine.
Okay, very good.
We'll
Yeah.
keep that discussion in the end about what all things that you guys can think of doing with these things. Okay, in the end, you can just type out one upcycled product which you can imagine using the things that you got. Okay, I told that I want to make a toy out of this, right? So in the end, you can just keep discussing, and we'll just test what you guys can do. And now we are quickly jumping into the class, I mean the discussion. Okay, any ideas what we are going to learn today? I first want to ask that. No, great. Okay, great. Okay, if you're gonna see a brown screen this side, just ignore it. I'll make sure that the gray screen doesn't disturb your things. Okay. Okay, so this, as I told you again before, this series of discussion is called Vanakkam Biology. I hope you all know what Vanakkam is. Vanakkam means welcome in Tamil. Okay, this series is called Vanakkam
Welcome.
Biology. Yeah, exactly. And we are going to discuss about so many interesting things in biology. So biology means, I think you all know about cells, microscope and things, but we're going to discuss so much interesting things. We're going to discuss things like neuroscience, astrobiology, mutations, genetics, so many interesting things. And today we're going to start with mutations. Any idea what mutation is, guys? I know you're all small, but I know also,
It's
but I also
like
know that
a
you're all.
DNA.
Going to the next level.
Okay,
Like a
can you?
DNA.
That's great. Can you all type out in the chat box? Going to the next level, DNA is all exactly the right answers. DNA, great, Shaurya. DNA of dinosaurs, going to next level, a rare breed. Great. Great. Okay, I hope you'll understand what mutation is if I show you the next picture. Okay. Okay, what do you see in the next picture?
Avengers.
Avengers. Great. Can you name them? Can you name them one by one in the chat box?
Sure.
Hulk, Flash, Hulk, yeah. I don't see any Superman here, but that's okay. Okay, Hulk, Flash. Other than we have Captain America, Spider-Man. Great. Who's the one that has the knife over there or the claw? We don't have Iron Man here. That's not Iron Man. That's Wolverine. Yeah, that's Logan. That's X-Men. Great. Okay. You have seen all the superheroes. Okay, you have seen all the Marvel superheroes, and you're seeing them right in front of you. These people, these superheroes, are products of mutations. Okay. We'll discuss in more how mutations can be helpful and what mutation itself we're just going to study using these superheroes. Okay, what is the superpower of Hulk? Can just anybody just turn on your mic and tell me what's the superpower of Hulk?
Smashing.
Power. Strong.
Smashing. Strong. Okay.
Getting to another DNA which helps him to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Super strength.
Okay, super strength. Okay, can I summarize all these things as Hulk's superpower is super muscles, because he has huge muscles, because
Yes,
he has
ma'am.
super muscles, he can fight people or he can smash things. Can I tell that? Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
now consider a situation. We also have muscles, right? Everybody have muscles. Yes, but imagine Hulk. Okay, so as you all said DNA before, okay, certain changes happens in the DNA. It could be a good change, it could be a bad change. Okay, when certain changes happens in the DNA, our normal things becomes abnormal, like how Hulk was there. Okay, basically Hulk was also human like us, but when he met with an accident, there was changes happened that in his DNA that made his muscles became super muscles. Okay, so this is how Hulk was born. And in the next few things, next in a few slides, we are also going to see whether are there any real life people like this. Is it possible to make people like Hulk? Okay, I know people will have completely different opinions. Some will say yes, it's possible. Some will say it's not possible. We are gonna see all those things. Okay, okay. Same with the next superhero. What's the superpower of Wolverine? That is Logan.
He can put
Claws coming out of his
claws
class.
out of his punches.
Or to fight anyone.
Okay, okay. He has claws. He can fight. Is there anything else that you guys can imagine of Logan other than his claws?
Sword, he can also use a little bit of sword fighting.
Fighting.
Okay. Okay.
He can tear up paper like
He can jump on
blade.
He'll
Okay,
jump
great.
up and kill with his two claws like straight. He'll jump up and smash
That's great,
both
Sunset.
the other people.
Yeah, but have you guys seen if someone hurts Wolverine, he's gonna re-heal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
He does not die.
He won't
He'll
die.
not die.
He's almost immortal. You make any harm to Wolverine, he's gonna re-heal. Okay, so
that's
this is
all
called regeneration, basically. Okay, Wolverine has regenerative power. Can you compare Wolverine to lizards? If you cut a lizard tail, it's gonna grow back.
Yes.
Okay, the same thing.
One slash cut
Like a starfish.
Exactly like a starfish. Brilliant. So what happened with,
Starfish never dies.
yeah, true. So what happened with Wolverine was there happened a changes in his DNA that made him, even if though there was a cut, even though there was a heavy injury, he can re-heal like a lizard or a starfish or a jellyfish. Okay, so you guys can see how powerful a mutation can be, right? Great. Okay, super. So Spider-Man, I think we all know the story of Spider-Man.
Yeah, he got
spider
bitten by
bit him.
a spider.
He has a
web.
DNA. He has spider
been
DNA.
bitten
Spider.
by- He has been bitten by a radioactive spider.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
he has a spider DNA.
So the DNA gets changed.
Exactly. So you are all telling. Okay, you are all making my job very, very, very easier. As you guys rightly said, he got bitten by a radioactive spider and his DNA changed. So what does that mean? A DNA changed. That means a mutation has happened, and that's why he able to behave like a spider. Okay, great. So same with Flash, same with Winter Soldier, same with Captain America. Everybody had some changes in their DNA in specific things. That's why everybody have different superpowers. If there was a same change, everybody would have same superpower, right? Because there was different changes in different parts of the DNA, they all have different superpowers. And this change in the DNA is called mutations. Okay, hope you all understood what mutation is. Changes in DNA basically, and how these can be helpful. So this is what we see in the fictional world. This is what people show to us, what mutations can do. Now we are going to see real life examples of how mutations are going to look like. Okay, can you see that first dog, and can you relate to which superhero can you relate this dog with?
Hulk. Strong.
Yeah,
Hulk.
exactly. When I told you guys that Hulk can be possible in real life, some of you might have thought, no, it's not possible at all. It is just a cartoon or it is just a movie, right? But when you see this dog, did your thoughts change? This is what scientists have done. Okay, this is what scientists have done. There is muscles, right? So every part of your body or every action that you do is responsible because of your DNA or genes. So scientists have found out that gene that is responsible for your muscle, and scientists have created mutation in that muscle so that the muscles become enlarged without doing any exercise. When the muscles grow itself, the muscles are going to be enlarged. Okay, obviously through exercise, through gymming, you can build your muscles, but just imagine you don't have to do anything. You just create a mutation and that's gonna give you super muscles. Okay, fine. So this dog is made in USA to study how does muscles work and how does super muscular dogs work, right? Okay, and this is an example of mutations. Okay, can you guys see the second picture of man? What do you see? Something very peculiar in him.
Wolverine. White color.
Okay.
white skin.
White. Very white skin.
Okay.
Flash or Superman.
Okay. Okay. It has to something to do with the skin, right? Can we all mutually agree on that? Great.
Yes.
Okay. It is not white skin. This guy does not have a white skin, but he has a pale skin. Okay. There are some. Have you guys heard about a word called albinos or albinism?
Yes.
Okay. To people who haven't heard about what albinos or albinism is, just imagine everybody have a skin color, right? Okay. It is because of certain chemicals in our skin. Just imagine if I'm gonna remove all the chemicals from your skin, from your body is gonna look exactly like how he is looking. Okay. So albinos are people in which there happens a mutation in their skin where all the skin color is gone. They do not have any skin color, so they just look so pale. Okay. So this is a real life example of a mutation that happens in humans. Okay. These are all I think you will come across in everyday life. And what's with the third image? Very interesting thing.
A soldier.
see it. I couldn't see it.
A soldier is helping two needy peoples.
Okay. Anything to do with their structure? How do they look anything different from that man who's standing in the center?
They were children,
Soldier is very tall. Excuse
but
me.
they got babies.
Okay.
He has some
But-
short eyes.
They
Okay.
have they're so short due to something.
Yeah. Jitin and Sarani got it right. These people are short. Okay.
It is a short woman and a short man.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yes,
You guys
a
would have-
short man.
Yeah, you guys would have heard of words like dwarf people, right? Dwarf people. Okay, so these guys are called pygmies. I'll type out a spelling in the chat box. These guys are called pygmy people. Okay, what do pygmy people have is they had a mutation in their gene or in their DNA such that they won't grow at all. They maximum grow to a hip size, and that's all their growth is. They cannot grow anymore. Okay, so this is again a result of mutation that happened. So previously in the superhero slide, we saw how a mutation can make you superpower. Okay. Now I'm very sorry. Now can you all seeing things how mutation can also make people look different? Not just look different, just because people are looking different. There are so many things that happen. Okay. I told you about albinos, right? We have a very interesting story to be shared about albinos. Okay. I'll play you all a small video to watch about albinos. And I think after that we can discuss. Okay, just give me a time. I'm just playing the video.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Okay, hope you all can see the screen.
A man being hunted,
No,
living in
I
fear
cannot
of being
see.
killed for what he is. Jeremiah Ndayiraje is on the run from gangs involved in the most gruesome trade, now spreading across East Africa, the trade in the human body parts of albinos. Some African witch doctors are using them to concoct so-called good luck potions. They claim the body parts, skin, golden hair, and even the genitals of albinos will bring good luck in love, life, and business. Al Jazeera brought you the story of this horrible trade last year from Tanzania, where more than 40 albinos have been slaughtered in the last 2 years. And it's now spread across the border to Burundi. So far, 11 albinos have been murdered and mutilated here. Jeremiah showed me his squalid and dilapidated hideout. He's not alone. Cyprian abandoned his family to take refuge here.
We're here because they're hunting us. They want to kill us because of the color of our skin.
Emmeline and her brother Bertrand fled after a suspicious visitor came to their house.
A man came to our house saying he was looking for merchandise. It scared us, so we left.
But it's Jeremiah's story that's the most harrowing. His brother Daniel was allegedly murdered by the eldest brother in the family, who then sold off the body parts for $240.
I saw my brother's dead body. All his limbs, arms and legs were chopped off and gone. Afterwards, my brother and sister-in-law were overheard fighting over the money they had got from selling his body parts. Furthermore, we have evidence that the murderers came through my older brother's compound and spent some time in his house discussing how they were going to kill him. I was lucky not to be at home at that time.
Jeremiah's eldest brother is now on the run from the police. We were given special permission to interview his wife, now in prison with her youngest child, accused of being involved in the murder plot.
No, I swear before crowds that I was not involved in the killing of my albino brother-in-law. I am ready to be shot dead before my children as proof.
But the fact that Victoria hasn't seen or heard from her husband since February and was allegedly seen flashing money shortly after the killing has led Burundian investigators to believe she was part of the plot to kill her albino brother-in-law. Jeremiah and many other albinos in hiding believe that grinding poverty in their country, where the average salary can be as low as $10 a year, is fueling the trade in their body parts. They believe that what's happening amounts to genocide.
I cannot take the risk of going back home. I will not leave this place. I would rather starve and die here than be hacked to death.
East African governments are working with albino support organizations to provide protection, but the real task is to challenge traditional beliefs that the body parts of an albino.
Okay, I hope you guys saw the video. I'm sorry about the technical trouble with the voice and with the maybe the video thing. But what did you guys understand from that video? You can just type it out in the chat box. Do not unmute yourself and talk. You can just type it out in the chat box.
Why do they kill their...
I know they kill their own family. I'll tell you what it is about. I'll tell you the story behind it. Okay, the thing is about albinos. Okay, those pale skinned people who have golden hair and things like that. Okay. So what happens is in Africa, there's a huge belief for witchcraft and black magic. Okay. You guys won't believe that there is still people who believe in all the black magic things, all the witchcraft things. Okay. It is a belief that since these albinos, because of the mutations, they look different from normal humans. It is a belief that if people kill albinos or if people have albino body parts, they bring good luck. Okay. So what do people started to do is they start to kill albinos and keep their body parts in their home so that will bring them more money, that will bring them more luck, that will make them a successful person. Okay. It is just a myth. It is just a stupid belief that these people had with Africa. But because of this belief, just imagine how, because of a single mutation, these people are different from us only in their skin colors. Okay. So because of that simple mutation, how just imagine the amount of torture that these people have to go through. Okay. So I just want to share the story with you guys so that you will know how good a mutation can be and also how bad a mutation can go. Okay. We also seen a mutation that can make a super muscle, but we also seen a mutation that can make people kill. Okay. So I just wanted to bring you the two sides of the story to it so that you understand mutation in a much larger scale. And I think this simple slide will summarize what we have discussed before. This is nothing but the DNA. Okay. So what is a mutation is when DNA fails to copy, like, you know, right? Every cell has DNA. Okay. And in our body, for us to grow, the cells have to keep dividing. Okay. When the cells divide, even the DNA is also dividing. So what happens when the cells divide? If any problem has with the DNA copying, or any changes happens in the DNA, that is exactly what mutation is. And we have seen what mutation can bring to both humans as well as organisms around us. Okay. Now what I want is, imagine that if you are all scientists, imagine that you're all scientists and you can create mutation in animals, or you can create mutation in any organisms for that matter. Okay. I want you to think what kind of mutants.
Oh my God.
I want you to create what kind of mutants you would create, and I want you guys to type it out in the chat box.
I didn't understand.
Imagine that you are a scientist, okay, and you can create a mutation in any organism for that matter. It could be a human, it could be a dog, it could be a plant. Okay, you can look at this picture for an example. Okay, so I want you to type out in the chat box, if you are a scientist, what kind of mutants you will create and for what purpose. I also want to know the purpose of what you will create a mutation. I will build a dog that has super good talking, means he can talk. That's great, Nidhi. You can create a mutation so that the dog can talk. That's great. Sarani, you'll create a mutation that will make every one of us resistant to virus. Oh my God, so brilliant. Ishika, I'll create a mutation into a robot. That's great. I'm waiting for more answers.
Papa,
All of you are being
VACCIN
super
vaccine
brilliant.
Sir, did you saw my one?
I'm so sorry, I cannot hear you properly.
Did you saw my one?
Yeah. Okay, you can create mutation to help clean your household things. That's great. Resistant to all viruses. Okay.
Medicine spelling ಏನಮ್ಮ?
It will. I want to create mutation that things can help us.
ICIAN ಅಲ್ಲ?
I want to create a mutant that is immortal. Oh my God,
Yeah,
Galaxy 8.
mute.
Medicine of all medicine of
Dinosaurs. I never expected this answer from Harshit. But Harshit, trust me, there is a scientist.
Did you see my chat?
Yeah, I did, Sunset. Maybe a creature. Yeah, I did see Harshit. But trust me, there is a scientist in USA who is creating mutations in chicken to create a dinosaur. Okay.
Yes, sir, I know that.
Yeah, you can later Google about him and learn how he's creating mutations in chick to create dinosaurs. I can make him run fast. That's great. We actually have a mutation that can make people run fast. Hemashni. Vaccine and medicine of virus. I want to build mutants which never hurts any living being, especially animals. Great. Transferring to grass. Transformers. Okay. So much brilliant answering, guys. I'll again leave on your thinking caps on so that you will keep thinking the possibility of what a mutation can do. And I hope by now you also understood what mutation is and why it is used for and things like that. Okay. Great. Now coming back. I'm very sorry. Okay. Now coming back again, we have two different types of mutation. Okay. We have only two different types of mutation. One is called a germline mutation and one is called a somatic mutation. Okay. So I'll just tell you a quickly difference between these both and it's very simple to understand. Somatic. Okay. I'll first talk about germline mutation. Any mutation that can be passed on from you to your daughter or from you to your son, anything that can be passed down the generation is called germline mutation. Okay. And anything that cannot be passed on, that will just die with you, any mutation that will just die with you is called somatic mutation. Okay. So for example, say Hulk. Hulk is a somatic mutation. Even if Hulk has a baby, the Hulk's baby will not be Hulk. Okay. That is a somatic mutation. But consider all the X-Men. Consider Wolverine. These people are all have germline mutations because from generation to generation they're all being mutants. Okay. So how these two things differ is if any mutation happen in your skin or any parts of your body comes under somatic mutation. Okay. Example with Spider-Man. Spider-Man, the spider bit in his skin and so the DNA starts to change. So those are all called somatic mutation. Okay. Any mutation that happens right from when a baby is born. Okay. Right from when a baby is inside a mother's tummy or right from when the baby is born is called germline mutation. And that is usually carry forward to generations. Okay. I want to make a vaccine for COVID-19. Great. I want to create a mutant that will bring back Michael Jackson. You can do cloning. That's great. A mutant which can keep the world safe. A person who can live without oxygen. Oh my God. Brilliant answers. A mutant which can sense danger. Guys, you guys are brilliant and all these things can be possible. Trust me. I want to create animals which are blind. Oh, great, great, great. Okay. So hope you guys understand two different mutations. Okay. One is somatic, one is germline. If it happens right inside a baby's tummy or when a baby is born, it's called germline. If it happens when you're grown up and to your external things, it's called somatic. Brilliant. Okay. Now we are going to look for things that can cause these mutations. Okay. What are all different things that can cause these mutations? Okay. How did Hulk become Hulk? Can you all give me an example? Hope some people might have seen the movie Hulk or Avengers for that matter. How did Hulk become Hulk? How did his muscles suddenly become super muscles?
Radiation.
Yeah, radiation. What radiation?
Radiation.
Radiation.
He got some UV lights and all.
Okay, that's right. There was a factory that was doing an experiment It's not UV radiation. It is gamma radiation. Okay. When that radiation was exposed, Hulk was there accidentally, and that radiation affected his body, and thus he became Hulk. Thank God that the radiation did not turn him thank God that the radiation gave him only superpowers, but did not reduce his normal power. Okay. But in general case, forget the movies, forget the books or anything. In general case, a radiation will not bring you superpowers. Okay. Will only make you go bad. A radiation can destroy your muscles. A radiation can make you grow short. A radiation can,
Like in Endgame, Iron Man gets dead because of radiation, gamma radiation.
yeah. So only in movies a radiation can make you a superhero. But in normal life, a radiation is generally harmful. Okay. So, but a radiation can do mutation. That is the concept. But a radiation does harmful things. Okay.
Can radiation kill us?
A radiation can even kill us. Yes. See, that's why we use UV light to kill bacteria. A radiation can kill organisms. Okay. If a radiation is very much intense, it can even kill humans. Right? Great. I want to create a mutation that will help us grandparents live forever. Okay, immortality again. Okay, guys, coming back again. Next you see is chemicals. Okay, there are different types of chemicals that can also create mutations. Some like cigarettes, some like all the fast food that we eat, things like Ajinomoto, things that we add that's kept in between, and so many cosmetic things. Hope a lot of girls use cosmetics, even boys use cosmetics. Okay, all these cosmetics have a lot of chemicals involved in it. Okay, and these chemicals can sometimes create mutations to your skin that can make your skin go bad. You would have seen some people who have patches, who have red patches in their skin, that is they're lying forever, that is creating some kind of allergies to their skin. These are basically because of mutations that happens to your skin. Sometimes the mutation is only short term, that will recover. Sometimes the mutations are going to stay forever with you. Okay, so whenever you use any kind of fast food or any kind of chemicals for that matter, please be very careful and use them responsibly, because these can also create mutations. Okay, I'm again stressing that fact that mutations cannot just give you super muscles. Mutations can also give you bad things. Always keep that in your mind. And last is the infectious agents, virus, bacteria. These guys can also create mutations, and these guys can go harmful any period of time. For example, say our human body, right? Trust me, 60% of our human body is made up of bacteria. Will you believe if I say 60% of our human body is made up of bacteria?
Yes.
Yes.
Good
Yes.
bacteria. Good.
Yeah, all these bacteria are good. Okay, but always imagine these good bacteria can become bad at any point of time, and this point at which from good to becoming bad is lies with you. So that's why chemicals like cigarettes, certain food that you eat can always create mutation in these bacteria, that these can change a good bacteria into a bad bacteria. Okay, so that's why people have dysentery problem, that's why people have lung problem, that's why people have brain problem. You can see your grandparents, or in some families, some people tend to forget, they have memory problem. This is because of bacteria. If bacteria in your brain die or bacteria in your stomach die, it has direct connection with your neurons, that people will lose memory. Okay, so if you take good care of yourself.
Yeah, I have it with my grandmother.
Yeah, that's great. So if you take good care of yourself when you're young, these bacteria are going to remain good and you're going to be perfect. Okay, great. Now we are going to see a little effect of what mutations can do, or what mutations have done. Okay, I think we all can discuss first about COVID-19, because we all know what it is, right? Okay, COVID-19, as you all know, it's a virus, and that is what has made us all sit in our homes for the past 2 or 3 months, and that's why we are talking over Zoom. The virus is initially found in bats. Okay, the virus is initially found in bat, but there happened a mutation in the virus that made the virus jump from bats to humans. Okay, if that
Actually, it's not from bats.
No, it is from bats.
It's from bats. Okay.
Yeah, all the myth that you guys are hearing, all the fake news that you guys are hearing, that it has been scientific, it has been created in lab, it has been released by humans in China, all these things are fake news. Until unless you read from a proper research paper, until unless it is researched and proved, this is all fake news. Okay, I'll also tell you the scientific reason why it is not created by humans. Okay, so as far as now, these viruses are basically innate to bats, And since there happened a small mutation in the virus that is living in bats, it jumped onto humans. Okay, that is why we humans are getting affected by COVID-19, not the dogs, not our pets. Because to affect the pets, the virus that is there in humans have to undergo a mutation so that it can affect animals. Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes. So just imagine how a mutation can create an organism bad. Okay. So this is one real-time effect of what's happening with mutation that we are living in right now. And next important thing which you all should know as youngsters, as growing up teens, is something called antimicrobial resistance. Anybody have any idea what antimicrobial resistance is? Just try to decode that word.
Like if you eat a medicine, the bacteria will eat the medicine.
Who is that answering? Can I know your name?
Harshit.
Akshit. Okay, I'll come back to you.
Antimicrobial resistance
Like sanitizer?
Can you guys talk one by one? Harshit, your answer was brilliant. Your answer is exactly right, but I'll come back
Because
to you.
I from picture only I can say it.
That's great. That's great. Okay, anybody answer any other answer, guys?
Yeah, like sanitizer.
Okay. As Harshit said, okay, I'll explain you the scenario, and then I think you guys will be able to understand.
Oh my god.
Okay. The thing is, we all eat for any fever or any kind of illness we have, we all eat antibiotics, right? Say paracetamol or any tablets, we just eat antibiotics, right? So what happens is, if we continue to keep eating antibiotics, okay, at some point of time, the bacteria will learn how to defeat these antibiotics. Okay, so imagine in next 5 to 10 years, antimicrobial resistance is going to happen. That is, bacteria are going to get superpower against the tablets that you're eating. So imagine how dangerous that situation is going to be. Any tablet you eat, even for a common cold or a fever, the bacteria are not going to die. They're going to keep falling you sick. Okay. So this is what antimicrobial resistance is. Basically a bacteria becoming stronger to the tablets that you eat. And it is very, very, very dangerous. It is, guys, I do not know it's how many times dangerous than this COVID-19. Definitely 100 times dangerous than the COVID-19. Even a small cold can kill you. Okay, fine. Now, considering the thing that I explained about antimicrobial resistance, what do you think? What should we do to stop this? How can we stop this bacteria getting superpower against tablets?
Washing our hands every time, washing our face every.
Don't make.
Have to keep ourselves precautions and do not touch anything where you go.
See, understand the question correctly, okay? You're all getting it wrong. Understand the question correctly. Bacteria are becoming superpower to the tablets that we eat. Okay? So that is called antimicrobial.
Tablets.
No need to eat tablets.
Okay, I got one answer is make the tablet stronger. No need to eat tablets. Any other answers?
Make the tablets put some chemical which bacteria will die with, like sanitizer.
We will also die if we put
Make
chemicals
the patient in a separate room. Give them treatment in separate room. Wash your hands. Eat vegetables and fruits.
Okay.
Get prevented from cold fever.
We have to increase our immunity.
Every time washing our hands and washing our face and keep on washing every time.
Okay, great.
From getting cold and fever.
Not touch your eyes.
Eat the most
Exercising every day.
healthy and strong. Eating the most healthy and strong vegetable.
That's great. Okay, most of you have given brilliant answering. Some people, Sarani has said, become yourself stronger, eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, keep yourself safe. Okay, this is exactly the situation. Stop eating tablets whenever you have a cold or a fever. Try to improve your immune system or try to cure your fever or cold by natural food that we eat, not by tablets. Okay. For example, say, if I show you my face every day, after 10th day, you will know that if this face is associated with Sudarshan, correct? But what if I just show you my face today and I show you my face after 1 year? Some people may remember that, okay, this was Sudarshan. Some people will forget that, okay, I do not know who this guy is. It is exactly the same thing with bacteria. If you keep eating tablets every day, the bacteria will know what that tablet is and the bacteria will destroy the tablet's plant. So eventually the tablets won't work inside you. Okay. So whatever tablet you eat, it won't work inside you. So eat less tablet. Even if you have cold or fever, try to use homemade remedies. try to eat healthy food so that you don't need tablets to keep yourself safe and up.
I take garlic and honey to reduce my cold.
Great.
So actually, I have vitamin tablet.
Vitamin tablet is fine. I'm talking about the antibiotic tablets that you
Vitamin
take to
C
kill.
tablet.
Yeah, vitamin tablets are is fine. I'm just talking about the tablets that's going to kill
If
the
we get
bacteria.
dengue or something, we can take the papayas leaves and all, make it into a juice and drink.
Brilliant. Okay. And why am I asking you not to eat tablets much is because because of these tablets, the bacteria will evolve. The bacteria will get superpower because they will create mutations in themselves so that they can kill the tablet. Okay. How this antimicrobial resistance happens is bacteria will create mutation inside its own body so that it can destroy the tablet. Okay. And this is going to be one of the dangerous mutation if happens in bacteria. And this is also happening. You can also Google and read more about antimicrobial resistance. This is one of the most threatening things to the world in the next few scenarios.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Did this happen?
Sorry?
Did this happen?
Yeah, it's happening currently. This is not a quick process. It will take years for bacteria to become resistant to the drugs that we eat. And this is one of the most threatening. You can read about it. Okay. The next thing. Okay, ignore the image on the left side. Many people will not get the reference. Now consider image on the right side. How does that baby look like? How is that baby different from a normal baby?
He got a barcode.
With the code. With
He
the
has
code.
tag on his head. His
He
forehead.
got a code in his
Code.
head. He
Code
got
on his head. On.
he got a barcode.
Okay.
He got a barcode.
Yeah, the
He
barcode.
has tag on his forehead.
That's right. That's right. Exactly right. The baby has a barcode. Okay. This is happening currently in China. I know this will sound very fictional. This will sound very impossible, but this is what is happening. What people do in China is people create mutations in babies so that they design how the baby can look like. For example, can you see its eyes? Can you see its nose? It's all very beautiful and cute, right? People can even create their own eye colors. People can create mutations to the baby so that you can decide what eye color your baby is going to have, what size your baby nose should be, what color your baby's hair should be. Okay, this is called designer babies, and a few scientists in China did this. Few scientists in China created mutations in babies to create
Sir,
this.
I cannot hear you.
Now can you hear me? Can you all hear me?
There is a black thing covering.
Yes, miss.
Yes, we can hear you.
That's great. Okay. So this is called designer babies. So what people in 4 scientists in China did that, and they got arrested for it because it is against the law to create mutations in humans to create something like this. You can create mutations in animals to make the dog super muscle, but it is against the law to create mutations in humans to make us have super muscles. Okay, Hulk can be only possible in movies, but Hulk cannot be possible in real life. If that's possible, just imagine everybody can be Hulk. Everybody can kill anybody. Everybody can destroy anybody. Okay, fine, great. I'm gonna tell a small short story. I hope everybody loves to hear stories, right? Can you tell me the difference between the web on the right and the web on the left? You can type it out in the chat box.
Okay. So, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Okay, Jitin says it's clumsy. Clumsy, yes. Right one is organized in pattern, but the left one is messy. That's brilliant answering, Sarani. Web on the right is not proper. Right one is proper. Right again. Web on the right is yes. Web on the okay. Great. Okay, whatever you guys answered is exactly right. What you observed is exactly right. The web on the right side is organized. Web on the left side is messy or not organized. Okay. You guys want to know the reason behind this? And this was all built by the same spider. You want to know the reason behind this?
Yes.
Okay. Have you guys heard about World War II?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. In World War II, you know that US dropped nuclear bombs in Japan. right?
In Spanish flu, Spanish
Yeah, it
flu.
happened in Hiroshima and Nagasaki during the World War II. United States dropped nuclear bombs in Japan, and that nuclear bombs created radiations. Okay, that nuclear bomb created radiations, and that radiations gave cancer to a lot of people. That radiations created mental problems to a lot of people. That radiations created skin problems to a lot of people. Okay, and that radiation did not just affect people. What that radiation also did was that radiation also affected animals. Okay, because of those radiations, certain species of spiders got affected. Okay, the spiders, they got affected neuropsychologically, that even today the spiders cannot spin a proper web because they got affected by the radiation. I don't know how many generations back, and that mutation has been carried on from the generation until today. The effect of the mutation is there, that the spiders cannot build a proper web. Okay, so this is how powerful a mutation can be. It can pass on to generations, and that can make certain things go bad. Okay, fine. I think that is the end of today's discussion of mutations, what mutations can do, and what its types are, how good it is, and things like that. Okay, I think it's been 1 hour, but I had so much fun being with you guys. Okay, before I go off screen, I just want you to know, I just want you all to just type out one thing that you learned today. One thing that you learned today that you did not know, or one thing that you will take forward after this session, after this discussion. Okay, okay, be safe. Mutations about DNA, great. Radiations, great. About people's DNA, brilliant. Mutation is bad, yeah. So much about mutations, great. And one thing that I learned being with all of you is today's, I have to think very creative, because all of you guys are very creative and very fast. I think that I will learn it from you, and I'll try to be fast from next sessions. Great.
Someone would like to tell thank you to Mr. X.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, X-Man.
Thanks.
Thank you, X-Man.
Wonderful time. We enjoyed your lab. Very nice.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. We enjoyed your class.
I enjoyed being with you guys too. Yeah, this is my lab actually.
Thank you, X-Man.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, Sudarshan
Thanks.
sir.
Bye.
For such an informative session.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
You have put insight on the topic mutation.
Thank you,
You have
sir.
made them so easy to understand. Mutation so to a genetic level, it's a very difficult topic. You understand, right? And you have made it so easy for the kids to understand.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. And I think, guys, before I leave, if you all can switch on your video, we all can take a picture together.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody's
On
up for
behalf
it.
of Vikas family, we all wish you a great success in research and development.
Thanks a lot, man. Okay. So usually what we do is, before we click any picture, we post with any symbol. Okay. Since I'm called X-Men today, we all can post like this.
Yeah, sure.
Great. Okay. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Where is the zoom? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Great. One more. Just a second. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, everyone with a nice smile.
Thanks a lot, guys. I clicked beautiful pictures. I'll send it to your ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much. I will share with them.
Sure, ma'am.
Sir, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Forever.
Bye, sir.
Black Panther.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, kids, you can leave once you have said thank you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Ma'am, I
Thank you.
Yeah, all can leave, children.
Thank you,
Have a
sir.
nice day. Thank you for listening to the class. Okay, Tejasvi, Shaurya. Have a nice day, children. You all can leave. Have a nice day, Nausin. Yeah. Rajmaneet, Amog, Darshika, You all can leave here. Rajmaneet.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. That was a nice section.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Yeah. So thank you for such an interesting section, and we'll let you know for the further sections ahead.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks a
Okay.
lot too.
Thank you.
Yes.